Over here, I've just got some indicators. These are showing my awning status, my slide status, and lights for the awning, living room, and bedroom. If I press the lights on and off button here, it turns on my bedroom light. If I press slide retract right here, we see that it's retracting because it's red. If I do extend, we turn green, we're extending that slide. If I turn on my awning, which I have to do from the switch over here, I start extending my awning, there we go. We're green for extending. If I start retracting, there we go, we're red for retract. The way that these toggle switches here work is that rather than directly controlling the power, so when I tell it to retract the slide here, I am not actually providing power to the slide motors to retract the slide. What I'm doing is I am sending a signal up to my control board up here. The control board receives that signal, and then it knows I need to send power out to extend or retract my slide. So all this switch, the physical toggle switch here, or my light switch here, all they are is sending signal to our controller. Our controller up here is the brains of the operation. So it receives different signals. So we've got a couple of different signal lines up along here, and then can send power out through these higher rated relays over here, these higher amperage relays. So the way it works, when we were talking about those toggle switches before, let's say I press slide retract. I want the slide to retract. Well, when I hit the button for the slide to retract, there's a signal on this yellow wire here that comes right into the board. Once the board sees that signal on that yellow wire, it knows, oh, I want to extend the slide motor. So then it will send power out, down one of these and back the other. Because it's a reverse polarity circuit here. It sees the signal, it sends the power. Let me plug in a multimeter so that I can show you guys. All right, so here I've got my meter, and we can see that I'm back probed in over here on the channel 1 slide out, both the positive and the negative polarities here. Now, when I press the switch, which you guys can't see, it's out of frame right now, let's say I'm gonna extend. When I press extend, we see that we've got a positive 12 volts coming out on that pin. Now, when I press retract, we've got a negative 12 volts. So all it's doing is reversing polarity out of that relay to our slide out. So that way we can send power to or from and move the slide. The same is true when we're talking about our awning. So our awnings up here do the exact same thing. Okay, I've backed out a little bit here for you guys so that I can show off how the signal side works. So if I have my signal right here at this yellow wire, I'm going to go ahead and hook my meter up so that I'm holding it in place and you guys can see it all right. And then I'm going to retract the slide. When I send a signal to retract, you see that we get 12 volt into that pin on our controller, on our node. What that does is gives the computer the signal so that it can send out power on the relay. We've got two little switches down here that I haven't shown you guys yet. These two switches are travel lock and our slide disable. The way these work is if I take a measurement on my purple wire here and then flip the travel lock switch, you'll see that we have voltage going in on that pin. That will disable the slides from moving and the awning from moving in an outward direction. It will allow them to retract, to come in, but it will not allow them to go out.